Hello everybody, I'm Dean Hubbard, Director of Athletics for Mishawaka Schools, and you're watching our Fall Sports Awards. Yeah, they're a little bit different this year, but isn't that how we've been doing it the entire fall season? We make adjustments. We make things happen that are safe and are productive. Our coaches had to do it, our student athletes, and we know you families had to do that as well. So many thank yous that we want to make. People who went out of their way, who went the extra mile, our custodians and announcers and our ticket takers, and you think about our scorekeepers and concession workers. These people make the events happen, but they had to do extra this year, just like so many people. We're so blessed to have a superintendent and principal in Wayne Barker and John Ross, who not only gave us guidance, but gave us leadership. They gave us hope. And isn't that what we were trying to do from March 13th when we left school all the way? We lost the spring season, but we were determined not to lose the fall season, and we did it. We had a dream, we had a vision. We knew we had to do it safely. We also knew it was going to be a lot of hard work. Just like the coaches tell the athletes that you have to have determination, you have to overcome obstacles, you have to work hard. Well, our department did that. The entire corporation did that, just to give you a chance so we could get to this point, so we could have an award show, so we could have memories. You look back and you think about the sounds of the tennis ball coming off the racket, or going to a cross-country meet and just hearing the cheers, knowing that these kids had that opportunity. The IHSAA put it out there, and our school corporation made it happen. We did it as safely as we could, and we're going to continue to do that in the winter and the spring. And as adjustments come from the state, as they come from the county health department, we'll make those adjustments. But we want to thank people like Mike Faulkner, our operations manager. This guy was not only building the west side of the school so we would have better parking and a better entranceway and a more secure entrance for our students, but he was getting plexiglass for us, sanitizing station, making sure that when we had water, that it was going to be pure and clean, and that our athletes could come over and get that water bottle or that water cup just so they could make sure that everything was going to be the way it should be. We had guidance from people like Corey Laban and Jerome Caldroni. You may not know, but they were doing the regular jobs, but they also were in charge of the COVID task force team. You think of what they had to do. We were on daily calls and texts and emails with these people talking about symptomatic, asymptomatic, 10 days, 14 days. Oh, this kid ate a chicken nugget. They're not feeling well. There's a stomach ache here. This person had cramp. This guy might have a fever. What should we do? They gave us the guidance, and we followed those protocols all the way through. We want to thank our training staff. The athletic trainers were there every step of the way for us. Our music department, when we asked them, hey, can you do this? Can you spread out? They said, if we have the opportunity to perform, if we can help athletics, we want to do that. So thank you to Matt Brown and also Caleb Chamberlain. Thank you to Contemporary Images Photography. Boy, you think about taking a picture. Well, we weren't able to take team pictures until the end of September, beginning of October, and when we did it, we had to have a mask on until you were ready to take the picture and then take the mask off. It was different, but it was effective, and we were able to get those team pictures. How about 96.1, Sean Stiers, Vince D'Addario, and Brian Miller? Thank you very much for Caveman Corner, for covering our football games, and for making Mishawaka athletics even more relevant than they already are. The tradition needs to get out there. We want to be able to tell our story, and you're able to do that. And you think about telling the story, Matt Rendell and the Mishawaka Network, when you weren't able to be there, you could hear them, you could see the games, you could see our football games even when there was limited capacities. And we're going to be able to do that in basketball season. In a video you're going to see in just a moment, the Mishawaka Network has been there for all sports, and we appreciate all that they do. And finally, I want to thank our ticket manager, Wendy Melton, and her staff for all that they do. We went to online ticketing this year. Bruce Quick, our sports marketing specialist, was in charge of helping that online ticket procedure go on. Bruce did an amazing job with social media. I'll put our social media and things up against any athletic department in the state. What Bruce was able to do in a short amount of time, we appreciate all the work he did. And you think about Julie Fassett and Sherry Kaiser. Normally we have things set in July and we make some adjustments as the season goes on, but this year, we had adjustments daily. We had adjustments hourly. Whether it was a schedule change, whether it was getting new officials, whether it was making those tough calls to parents, I never heard one complaint, and they were working hard, and they were doing it for the safety and the well-being of our kids and for our families. And thank you to Linda Weber, our administrative assistant. She's the smile every day when we come in. She works with final forms and gets the physicals, and again, making sure that all of our kids are ready and prepared, and even selling tickets. Linda Weber did it all. There's so many people that we want to thank and that we want to make sure that they're appreciated, from Ken Collenbach, the transportation director, and our bus drivers, making sure that our kids made it to and from games. But most of all, we want to look back and thank our coaches and thank you, the student athletes. I know you're sick of us hearing, mask up, hey, get that mask on, do that. We were doing it for the right reasons, and we wanted to make sure that we gave you the opportunity to continue to play. And we did. We were safe, we were smart, and we were cavemen ready.
My name is Michael Sershin. I'm the head strength conditioning coach here at Mishawaka High School. I want to congratulate all our fall sport athletes and coaches for competing hard this season, and also want to really commend you for sacrificing through such a trying time during this fall season, working through this pandemic to keep everybody healthy and safe. Now I want to tell all our freshmen, sophomores, and juniors coming back next season, enroll in our sports performance class so you can start training hard next semester so you can come back next fall season and compete at an even higher level. But I just want to congratulate all our fall sport athletes and coaches.
I wanted to thank everybody, all the coaches, managers, student athletes for a great fall sports season. We had a lot of profound success as we frequently do, even under these challenging times of trying to make school and athletics work at the same time. A special shout out to all the student athletes, the scholar athletes. For me, and I don't know if you realize this or not, but I think that is the epitome of perfection when it comes to a kid in school, that you're able to balance out and excel in academics and in athletics. It is the cornerstone in many respects of what makes our country, our school system, our school so great, is having that many quality kids getting the job done. So again, a shout out to everybody concerned, and go Cavemen.
I'm Sherry Kaiser, the Assistant Athletic Director at Mishawaka High School, and I would like to congratulate all of our fall athletes on completing your seasons. It has been extremely difficult for all of you, sometimes tough, not only physically but mentally. I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you for persevering and making it through these challenging times. A special congratulations go out to the following all-conference recipients. Girls Cross Country, Sarah Bashara, All-Conference. Jada Rogers, Honorable Mention. Rachel Williams, Honorable Mention. Boys Cross Country, Brian Hoopingarner, All-Conference. Girls Golf, Grace Vandenberg, Honorable Mention. For volleyball, Abby Barson, Honorable Mention. Girls Soccer, Skylar Kempf, All-Conference. Franny Parks, Honorable Mention. Boys Soccer, Creed Roshek, All-Conference. Connor George, Honorable Mention. For football, we have the following players who made All-Conference. Tyler Ackerley at center, Bo Brown, defensive end, Milan Burris, outside linebacker, Justin Fisher, quarterback, Andrew Mason, fullback, Devon Parker, cornerback, Jaden Seamack, offensive guard, Connor Addison, free safety, Aiden Hooden, linebacker, Ethan Nowacki, offensive line. And a special congratulations goes out to Keith Kinder for being NLC Coach of the Year. Assistant Athletic Director Julie Fissette is up next to talk about some more big honors.
Thinking back to my high school days, I recall both challenges as well as enjoyable highlights. Today, I am encouraged more than ever before as I watch our student athletes in their regular school day by overcoming odds, constant change, and adversity. The strength to forge on and always do what is necessary in order to participate in athletics, maintain their GPAs, and survive high school during a pandemic is truly inspiring. I remain proud and optimistic that each and every one of them are survivors and will have the respect and appreciation of what being a student athlete is truly about. I would also like to give a shout out to the coaches this past season that participated in the IHSAA Inside Out coaching training. Inside Out, for those of you that do not know, is an initiative surrounding positive coaching and having collaborative discussions about what it is like to be coached by you and why do I coach. It was truly a game changer in coaching. Now, I am proud to present the Academic All-State Award winners that we have received for the fall. In volleyball, Abby Barson and Taylor Pyle. In football, Connor Addison, Tyler Ackerley, Ethan Nowacki, and Jaden Seamack. Next up will be our superintendent, Mr. Wayne Barker.
I want to thank you for a successful fall sports campaign. We had our challenges to deal with, but we did so safely and successfully. Specifically, thank you to all of our student athletes, our parents, our coaches, athletic trainers, athletic administration for a job well done. Next, I want to say congratulations to all of our athletic award winners. Your talents and your work ethic are to be commended. And then finally, just want to give a big congratulations to all of our Frank M. Steele Award winners. To receive an award in his name is an outstanding accomplishment. Coach Steele was someone who put Mishawaka High School really on the map as a successful football coach, but he believed in academic excellence and doing things the right way on and off the field as well. So if you received an award in his name tonight, it says a lot about you, not only as a great athlete, but also being a great person. So congratulations.
Hi, I'm Chris Kowaleski. I'm the head coach for the boys and girls cross country team, also known as Coach Cove. I would like to recap our season. First of all, I was just grateful to have a season. I think a lot of the coaches in the community working week to week and day to day. And with that being said, I was extremely proud of the way our teams performed this season. We had a young boys team with a lot of young talent coming on up with some good senior leadership in the Crooks family, Mark and Troy. We had the boys team was, we went to regionals on the boys team. We had a great strong, we had a really nice strong front runner in Ryan Hoopengarner who earned all conference NLC. And we returned majority of our runners next season, and so we're looking to make it back to semi-state on the boys program. The girls had a really nice season. The girls were third in the conference for the NLC. We went to semi-state, and I think this is about the 10th out of the, I think even 14th out of the last 17 years we've been to semi-state, showing that we're one of the better programs in the area. We had Sarah Bashara was all conference for us, and we had Rachel Williams and Jada Rogers also earned all conference nominations. And so, and the girls look to be, with the majority of our team returning, we do lose some really quality senior leadership. We look to be one of the better girls programs continuing next year. For our Frank M. Steele Award winners, on the boys, as a team working week to week during the full season of the pandemic, we all needed a little bit more positivity to keep things going, to keep things afloat. This young man showed a tremendous amount of appreciation towards the sport of running. His mentorship from the coaches and the camaraderie of his peers all season long was much needed to kind of keep things going. He went beyond the expectations to show gratitude towards his team, and he genuinely cared for the development of his teammates while giving great effort every day. 2020 is showing us how much we need each other, and we feel this young man exemplified the gratitude of toughness on our team. The Frank M. Steele Award winner for boys cross country in 2020 is Dakota Jazowick.
Every day, at practice is 5 days a week. So when we go in, it's just what's the most we can do, and make sure everybody else is on track, and just you got to be a leader now. Because it's a hard time with all the virus and stuff, so you just got to lead. So I'm happy I'm here.
For the girls and Frank M. Steele, in these unusual times, we're especially thankful to have a season. It was important for teams to feel a sense of belonging and a common purpose for their peers again. Education-based athletics matters. Team culture matters. This young lady showed the tremendous amount of enthusiasm and leadership all season long, and her positive attitude was infectious. However, her season was cut short due to contact tracing, and it was very tough to tell her that she would no longer be able to race and finish out her senior career. Regardless, she kept a positive attitude and still was supportive of her teammates. And so she's a tremendous emotional leader for our team. And a Frank M. Steele Award winner for girls cross country is senior Bailey Shamball.
This year was kind of really rough for me because I had to sit out a few races, some of our bigger races, but I was still there for everybody. I texted almost everybody every day, asked them how they were doing. They would talk to me and ask me how I was doing, but I was still out there. We were all still helping each other out, and it's just great to even be considered for the award.
Hello, my name is Blair Vandenberg. I'm the girls golf coach, and this is finishing up my 11th season here at Mishawaka coaching the girls. And this year, we had a lot of obstacles to overcome, like everybody did, joining the NLC, but along with that, playing different golf courses was a tough struggle for us. And then, of course, COVID and dealing with all the restrictions that went along with that. But our girls handled it in stride. I was so proud of what they did through all the adversity and all the new challenges we had. I think it was harder on me than on the girls themselves. Some of the highlights from our year is I think that every single girl this year shot a personal best at some point or another throughout the season in a match. So that was incredible to watch. I know that some of the girls had personal goals that they had set for themselves that they achieved as well. And it was fun to see the excitement when I realized that they set those goals and achieved them. But ultimately, one of the biggest highlights of the year was by Grace Vandenberg. Grace came out as a junior this year and had some high goals, and some of them that she accomplished were that she broke 90 for the first time in a golf match, which we haven't had that happen at Mishawaka Golf for a long time. She also got 2 honors. One was that she was NLC All-Conference, honorable mention, and the first time in 4 years we had a golfer qualify for regionals, and she accomplished that. I'm extremely proud of my girls this year and the hard work they put in, and more importantly, I'm excited for the future as we only lose one of our players to graduation this year, so I know the future is bright. So at this time, I'm going to present the Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award for girls golf. The Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award is a prestigious award presented to a student athlete who strives not only to make themselves better, but strives to help the entire team grow by following their example. In golf, these characteristics include a positive attitude, a drive to improve, and to lift yourself and your teammates up when times get tough. This young lady was an example of all 3 of these attributes. As the year progressed, she could focus in the middle of a tough round, refocus in the middle of a tough round, and make the best of the rest of her situations when she was not playing well. This is one example of how she showed her teammates to keep working no matter what the situation was. Even through practices and matches where she struggled, she had to laugh or a positive comment for her teammates. She even made it a point to do whatever she needed to make herself better during the season. She'd put in extra time on the weekends or even get lessons on her own. This drive is what leaders do to make themselves and their team achieve more. I am proud to present this year's Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award to Claire Braniff.
Well, thank you. It feels good to me. I really like having a positive attitude with everybody, no matter the situation. My mom's my biggest role model. She has a positive attitude towards everything. She's very helpful with me and my brother. And another one of my role models is my coach. I feel like even if we get frustrated with him, he's still like, okay, take a step back. You need to calm down, and then we do better. And I always think that his advice really works.
Hi, I'm Chris Blaisdell. I'm the head boys soccer coach here at Mishawaka. First, I'd like to talk about what a difficult year it's been with COVID-19 and how our team just provided me with hope and gratitude throughout the season. These young men were stellar kids on and off the field. They did everything we asked them to do and just wanted to play. And in result, we got some great kids with some great sportsmanlike attitudes. So I'm very grateful for that. And I just want to thank every single one of them, the parents who were involved that kept everybody safe and understood that the social distancing guidelines at the field were in effect and never gave any problem and respected every athletic facility that we went to. So again, thank you, and I appreciate it. On to this year's Frank Steele Award winner. Again, with the struggle this year, this kid gave us hope, the entire team hope. He did everything he was supposed to as far as being a leader. I couldn't ask for a better person. As the season progressed, we faced more and more challenges with social distancing guidelines and entering into a new competitive conference, and it was very competitive. With all these challenges we faced as a team, in our darkest moments, our athletes never gave up. This athlete was positive on and off the field, and I find myself learning from his positivity during these times, and social distancing made it very difficult. This athlete is true inspiration to the sport of soccer, and he followed everything I ever asked him to do. Again, he kept me so positive, and athletes that will come and go as far as Mishawaka soccer will always look up to this name. This year's Frank Steele Award winner goes to Braxton Banks.
When I came in, like, all the upperclassmen, like, they always, like, had a great energy in a way, and so, like, I just wanted that for our team as they graduated. And when I was a little kid, like, putting on a Mishawaka uniform was just always, like, a dream to me, so, like, actually being able to wear it, I just wanted to wear it with pride.
Hi, I'm Lana Molesky. I am the Mishawaka High School varsity cheer coach. And first, I would like to thank my coaches for all the support they have given me and the girls this year. Secondly, the parents for being supportive of your girls and letting us coach them. This year has been one of the most difficult years I have ever coached, thanks to COVID. We had our very first ever virtual tryouts with a whopping 60 girls try out, and we kept 40 of them. We didn't get to go to UCA camp like we had planned and didn't get to start practicing until July. Our seniors stepped up this year, and I would like to thank them. Cammie Lidgard, Vicki Fish, Allie Gordon, Bria Mason, Brianna Mars, Haley Edis, Olivia Martin, Lindsay Kreil, Skylar Molesky, Janice White, and Lexi Schlimmer. Our practice consisted of seniors teaching cheers and chants to freshmen and sophomores, dances to sophomore and juniors, which the juniors already knew most of them, and we were still able to come up with a ton of stunts by our first game. We can't forget about teaching the longest words and motions to the school song. As this year was one of the hardest, I think I can speak for the other coaches as well, and myself, it has also been one of the funnest group of ladies to coach, many of them since freshman year. As always, go Cavemen and never stop believing in yourself. This year's Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award for Fall Cheerleading is an athlete who, with true spirit of a cheerleader. She's always there to encourage her teammates and make sure her team is working together as one. She steps up to help underclassmen and always willing to cheer an extra game or help represent our team at a school event. Instead of taking a break at practice or leaving right when we're done, she will stick around to work on a difficult stunt or to help a teammate when they are struggling with something we learned that day. She does this all while maintaining good grades in the classroom and balancing other activities and commitments outside of school. She is a great role model and a fellow cheerleader and someone we are glad to have as part of our team. This year's Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award winner for fall cheerleading is Skylar Molesky.
It's a very big part of my life. I've met all of my friends there, and I have built the best relationship with every single person on that team, freshman through senior, and I couldn't have asked for a better team.
Hello, my name is Steve Hodge. I'm the head coach of the girls soccer team, and I'm here to talk about this and celebrate some of the successes and reminisce about some of the season that we just had, and just tell everybody how proud I am of my individual players and the team itself. We finished a respectable season with 8 wins and 9 losses. The one success I want to recognize is the most important, as this team never gave up, no matter what the final result was going to be. Next is having a forward who will go down as one of the best this program has ever known. Only a sophomore, Franny Park scored a season record of 35 goals, but she would be the first to acknowledge her teammates for providing her scoring opportunities. Other reminiscences are we were playing a close game against my old school, LaVille, and letting the school back into the game late in the second half, only for Holly Begueras to score a typical goal of the character that Holly is. One of the smallest players on the team, but gives herself to this team by being so aggressive. Lastly, I want to mention a player who made a big impression on the team to many people, Skylar Kemp, being awarded a state sportsmanship award for helping an opposition opponent from the field to her team's bench and making sure that she was okay, being witnessed and reported by the game referee. This action of Skylar's brought a spotlight on the Mishawaka girls soccer program, much greater than winning any game. Now I want to acknowledge my seniors, Taya Harrison, a 4-year goalkeeper who I was tough on at times, but improved her focus. And at times she played magnificently in games. Holly Begueras, a 3-year member who throws her whole body into games, tremendously aggressive, and her goal against LaVille was classic, Holly. Emma Walsh, another 4-year member of the team who gives everything of herself. She has never been a star player, but she is great to have around. Her 2 goals against LaPorte in the first sectional game showed what she truly is capable of. Her smile said it all. Mia Woods, a 2-year member, is as tough as they come. What she lacks in skill, she makes up for in aggression and verbal support of her team. I want to wish my 4 seniors every success in the future. Finally, I want to say thanks to the school officials for their continued support and well-being of my team. I strongly acknowledge the hard work from this team to make sure the full teams were safe and to have a season to complete. I want to thank the trainers for their support and putting my players back together to compete in the next game and keeping us safe during this time. Now, the winner of the 2020 Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award nomination obviously goes to a senior, and this senior was selected by her teammates to receive this award. It was for her dedication and leadership this year and her 4-year service to the girls soccer team. During this year of COVID, this senior joined in with the team's virtual training and conditioning and made every team practice. This player was made a senior captain because of her intelligence and helping encourage new players on the team. I have many memories of this young lady, but the biggest was seeing her score the first 2 goals against LaPorte in our first sectional game this year. Ultimately, she loved being a member of this team. And as a coach, I'm proud to name Emma Walsh the winner of the Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award for 2020.
I definitely always tried to be nice to everyone, always lift everyone up during practice and games. Yeah, I definitely get to go to practice with some of my best friends in the whole world. It really lifts me up when I get to go from like a hard day at school or just a hard day in general to going and having fun and just letting everything go on the field.
Yeah. What was this year like? I know.
Hi, I'm Randa Adams. I'm representing the Mishawaka volleyball team and Coach Steve Anderson. To say that athletics in 2020 has been a challenge is an understatement. But challenges lead to opportunities, and opportunities can lead to success. Let's back up to June. Things were still a mess, and in-person summer workouts were put on hold. There were a lot of questions about what things were allowed and what were forbidden. Knowing that this is a time to not only condition our bodies so we can be prepared to physically play in the fall, it is also a time to bond with our teammates and mentally prepare ourselves to be the most important part of the game, a team. With all of the uncertainties, our senior class selflessly stepped up and took charge of the virtual workouts. You accepted that challenge and created success. As August 3rd approached, many of us were questioning the possibility of moving forward with the season. Will it happen? How far will we go before we are told we have to stop? This is another challenge that allowed us an opportunity to work together and be successful. Thank you to everyone that put on your mask, distanced yourself, washed your hands, and followed the guidelines so we could complete our entire season. Teams were selected and it was time to put the work in. Let's start with the freshman team coached by Courtney Hager. This group of young ladies is the future of our program. They wrapped up their season with a huge win over Penn, something that should set the tone for seasons to come. Thank you for working hard and supporting the program. We are excited to watch each of you improve to the next level. Our JV squad was full of heart and determination. Coach Brittany Duff's philosophy of team first is no secret, and it showed on the court. This team improved tenfold from day one to their last match of the season. They had some challenges with injuries, but it didn't stop them from working together to play hard and have fun. Thank you for being the role models of what a team should look like. It was fun to watch you play. Lastly, the varsity team and Coach Steve Anderson. Although wins are nice to get and typically make playing more fun, there are plenty of other successes that came out of our season and lessons that will be remembered for years to come. A couple matches that deserve recognition are the awesome wins against Marion and St. Joe, then the payback win against Concord at the New Prairie Tourney. Others would be finishing second at the Mishawaka Invitational and playing some of our best and most competitive volleyball against Warsaw and LaPorte. Although great moments, they made up such a small part of the overall picture. It would take me all day to go through all of the challenges we experienced over the season and how each of those helped us grow as an individual or as a team. Thank you for always working hard and proving that determination and attitude can drive success in any situation. In closing, we would like to thank all of the managers, parents, custodial staff, and administration for helping us have a successful 2020 volleyball season. Thank you. Now I'd like to present the Frank M. Steele Attitude Award. This year's mental attitude for our young, hardworking team was an easy pick. As coaches, we look for athletes that realize attitude is a choice. Success was not measured with wins or losses. This athlete pursued respect for the program, past and present. This athlete persisted through difficult tasks and was selfless in all she could contribute. Team first. She is what all coaches hope to have on their teams. This person included teammates, friends, and coaches as family. The athlete for the Frank M. Steele Mental Attitude Award for Mishawaka Volleyball 2020 is senior right side hitter Cammie Dustin.
I'm really thankful that I got given it. I definitely had a really rough season due to starting with the knee surgery, so I definitely had kind of a mopey, you know, and you were playing every game like it was your last, but I'm glad that showed through. You know, I did play every game like it was my last, or I sat the bench like it was my last time. I definitely just wanted to make sure that everyone else was having a good time too. So that my coaches saw that really means a lot to me, because I really did try really hard to make sure everybody was having just a good time as I was.
Hello, my name is Ben Janowski, and I was the boys tennis head coach of Mishawaka High School this year. First off, I just want to thank each of you for an amazing season. The effort, excitement, and improvement this season is something definitely worth mentioning. This year, the boys tennis team has grown as teammates and also as individuals by learning how to work together in practices, supporting each other at matches, and bonding together on long bus rides to and from our opponents. There are a few things that are definitely worth mentioning about this season. We placed 5th at New Prairie Tournament this year, with our #1 singles player, Jacob Dixon, placing 3rd in his bracket. Jacob Dixon also advanced to the final round of sectionals, making it the farthest that any Mishawaka tennis player has ever gone. As many of you may already know, each year we award a young man the Frank M. Steele Award. This award is special to Mishawaka because of its history. There's a specific young man worth mentioning that is shown. There is a specific young man who has continuously shown careful judgment, dependability, and loyalty to this team. This young man is stern but considerate. He knows how to do the right thing and why he should do it, and he's maintained an excellent academic standings. This year, I am honored to announce the student that will be awarded the special Frank M. Steele Award, Hunter Flick.
Well, I mean, it's a real honor. I can't say I was expecting this. I mean, I go to practice every day, and I try my hardest to do everything I can, and I try and better myself and my teammates as much as possible. Being in band and tennis are kind of similar, because in both you're trying to do your very best while also thinking about others and how you can help them get better. In tennis, you can help others practice, and you can teach people in band. So it's a lot of fun to do both.
Hello, I'm Keith Kinder, head football coach at Mishawaka High School. I want to start off by saying thank you to a couple of people, Mr. Huppert, Ms. Kaiser, Ms. Facette, for all their hard work that they did throughout this season. In a really strange year, they provided a great amount of support to our program and our young people, ensuring that we could have a football season. I want to give a special thanks to Mrs. Weber for all the hard work that she does for not just football, for the entire athletic department. She does a great job with our roster. She does a great job laminating our play sheets, our wristbands, and all of those things. And so a lot of the credit goes to her for all of her hard work. The 2020 season was a very interesting one for us. Our freshmen had some games canceled. Our JV had a game canceled. Our varsity had a game canceled because of the pandemic. But we're really, really pleased with how the season went at all 3 levels. Our freshmen competed, won several games, had a close loss, had a tie. JV was 6-1 in the conference, had a great year. And our varsity was able to add 2 more trophies to the trophy case after a rough start at 0-3. We ran off 7 straight wins, became conference co-champs, had a number of kids named to the all-conference team, and was able to win our 3rd straight sectional championship. So incredibly proud of the Mishawaka football season. We've got a bright future ahead of us and really looking forward to that. Hopefully, in the spring, we'll be able to have an in-person award ceremony like we're accustomed to. but really pleased to have the opportunity to announce our Frank M. Steele Football Award winners. When I think about the Frank M. Steele Award, to me it is the most important award we give out on an annual basis. I think it's a really neat tradition that we have at Mishawaka High School where each sport gets to select a Frank M. Steele Award winner. But when I start to think about who I want to be our representative each year, the first thing I always think of is my 3-year-old son Cameron and what I want him to be like someday when he's a senior in high school. And I think about the characteristics that I hope my son has: great leadership skills, a great student, a great young man, positive energy, happy, a great representative of Mishawaka football on the field and off the field. And when I thought about our team this year, for the first time, I couldn't pick just one. 2 kids kept coming to mind, and I talked to our coaches, and the same 2 kids came up with our coaches. And so for the first time that I know of, Mishawaka football is going to have 2 Frank M. Steele Award winners because I could not, and we could not as a program, decide on just one. It just so happens that they're both team captains. It so happens that they've been friends since they were knee-high. And so it is my pleasure to announce our 2020 Frank M. Steele Award winners, Ethan Nowacki and Connor Addison.
Well, winning this award means a lot because I've been a fan of Mishawaka ever since I was a little boy. I used to come to all the games, and knowing that I win this prestigious award is incredible. And it wasn't just me that earned this. I believe it was the entire offensive line and the entire team that created an atmosphere that gave me the ability to excel in everything I did. And I think it's just an amazing award.
I definitely take nothing for granted. This season could have been taken away from us at any second. You know, someone could have tested positive and just like that. But it's just being able to go out there and play like it was your last play, and even come into school. You know, there's uncertainties about high school and all that stuff. You know, I just want to take everything in and appreciate everything because, you know, it's senior year, kind of days are counting down, but I want to appreciate this school because it's done a lot for me. It's done a lot for my family. You know, quite a few generations have gone through here. We're Mishawaka people, and I'm proud to say that we're Mishawaka people.
Well, that's all the time we have. For other honors like Most Improved and Most Valuable, each team will have their own special celebration. Once again, congratulations to all of our winners. And remember, be smart, be safe, and be cavemen ready.